Okay, so it's a quickie how-to in 3D Coat. All we're going to do is use some pens, create a new one. So I've just prepared an image here. It's square. It's 1024 by 1024 because I don't want to have any jaggies. Hit your folder button, go and find your brush, click OK. Now that should load in, and you can then paint with it. Now, you can paint in any mode, and it really depends on what you're after. But quite often, what I want to do with this is stamp it. So I use this tool here. This is the stamp, which is very handy. I appear to have some legacy stuff going on that mesh. There we go. Okay, so stamp, very simple. You've got the stamp selected, you've got your brush, you've got your colour. Click, drag, rotate until you're happy. Oh, can't say it's the easiest thing in the world to do, but there we go. Let go. It will go and think about it, and then it will do it. So there we have my name signed vertically down this dress. How pleasant. Now, the other way you can create a brush is by using a 3D object. So I'm just going to go and find a bunch of 3D objects that I have. Try and find something usable. I'd kind of like a head if I could find one. Must be one here somewhere. Box head, let's see what that looks like. Oh, it's very much a box head. So that's my model. It's not oriented right at the moment, so I'm going to hit these keys until I get how I want it. Let's try that minus, no, plus. I can adjust its depth in the whole thing if I want to, by using this slider here. If I click on the object in the thing, it will rotate it. That is actually an awful example, so I'm going to find another one. Where are we? Come on, something sensible. Anything. Let's try that one. This probably looks rubbish too. This is probably the sum of most of my modelling output for goodness knows how long. So, okay, this isn't looking too bad. So I'll go to 512. If you click on the model and move it, it will rotate in space. So I'm just going to rotate that a bit. Oh, that's quite a good one actually. Quite proud of that. It rotates around the centre. I haven't found a way of moving the centre yet. You can use these clockwise and counterclockwise to adjust it if you want to. That's not too bad. So that kind of a diagonal thing. Just going to give it some depth there because that will show up in a depth map. Okay, and when you're ready, you've got it oriented as you want it. Actually, let me just state that right-clicking on the model and moving your mouse will zoom it. Let's zoom that. Okay. And when you're ready, just hit create. We have our new brush. So I'm just going to the back here, zoom in. I've still got stamp selected. Drag it out. And there you go. You'll find that that goes around the corner and cuts off because it's not quite right. So I'm just going to try and spin it a little bit so I get the whole thing on there. And you can see that both of those have got depth. Both of them are slightly shinier than the outside, so we'll have a specular map on there. When you're ready to use your texture, then go texture, export, all layers, colour, specular map, normal, etc, etc, etc. Specular map will obviously give us something else. I'll do them all. Say OK, go in there. I've got a directory set up that hopefully will let us see it. Okay, we'll call these spec. Yeah, as usual. And we'll do textures, export, displacement map. Do them all. Okay, zero level is great. I'm not sure which is the best one to use. I'm going to stick with this one for the moment, but you never quite know. Now this has jumped all over the place, so I'll need to be elsewhere. No, don't need to be there. Micro. If there was one thing I could change, it's the depth of these bloody directories. Oh, excuse my French, I do apologise. Where's my directory? Okay, just going to pop those in as BMPs. And then depth. I don't know what that depth factor means. In all honesty, I'm sure it makes sense to somebody, but I have no clue whatsoever. It's having a different one for each map, so okay. So we've now got a bunch of textures in here. This is our directory. So we have our specular maps. We can see that these, let's start from there, shall we? Preview. Zoom in a bit. So that one's blank. That will be a normal map. Just see the edge of something going on there. It's normal maps, normal map. See a bit of my signature going on and a bit of what was happening with this dagger there, etc, etc. And then we get to a specular maps. It's just saying, okay, well, the white areas are going to be shiny and the dark areas are going to be matte, and anything in between black and white is going to be partially. So there we go, that's pretty much it really. So we can now create brushes, export on maps. Yeah, that's where I'll stop on this one before I overload things. I'll be back shortly with another one. Take care, have a good evening.